Hello, and welcome to Feminist Future. I am your host, Ken. That's right. And just so there's no confusion, I'm not trans. I'm not gender fluid. I'm not non-binary. I'm just a regular old guy who happens to be wearing lipstick and a couple wigs on his head. This is mostly just for thumbnail purposes and grabbing your attention. It's not a statement about my sexuality in any way. It's just cosmetics. All right. Now we're here to talk about feminism on this channel. This is a whole channel I've created dedicated to talking about feminism. And this is the intro video, so might be a little bit rambly, but I want to make sure that we're all on the same page here, and we all know what's going on with this channel. Our main content will be video essays, not these kind of. I will have some of these sort of stream of thought type videos, but mostly it'll be produced video essays talking about different films, TV shows, etc., from a feminist lens. Now, why am I doing this? This is the next question. Well, now we know what we are. Why are we doing this? Well, I'm doing this because everybody wants to talk about feminism and gender issues, etc. It doesn't matter what the conversation I'm having online. It seems to constantly devolve into discussions about gender and sexuality and all these things. And you know what? If I can't avoid talking about it, I figured might as well go all the way and talk about it instead of having every conversation that I have online be derailed into a discussion about feminism. I'll say, hey, you want to talk about feminism? Go to my Future Feminist channel and leave a comment and feel free to talk about feminism all you want here, and I'll gladly discuss all your comments and concerns and anything you guys want to talk about in regards to feminism or gender here on this YouTube channel. 100% dedicated to that. And when I'm just trying to have a normal conversation with other people about other things, then please don't interrupt those conversations with your discussion of feminism. So that's the main reason why I made this channel. But yes, mostly we'll be using feminist film theory to look at, pop culture of the 80s, 90s, current year, whatever. But there is a lot of stuff from the 80s that I want to take a look at. So there'll be a number of videos in that category. But yes, now let's talk a little bit more about myself. Number one, as I already stated, I am a man wearing stuff. Okay, so that should be taken into consideration. But as I understand it, feminism is for everybody, including men with silly wigs on. Number two, I am a fifth wave feminist. All right, if you don't know what that is, that's because I made it up a couple years ago after the rise of third wave and fourth wave feminism, which have their issues, their problems, but it is what it is. It's something that has happened, is happening, but it's kind of this idea of the evolution of feminism. I think there's nobody out there who would disagree with first or second wave feminism. Nobody, at least not in the United States. Maybe in some of the more backwards countries of this world, people would shun on first and second wave feminism. And not to say that first and second wave feminism didn't have their issues and problems that they interjected into society, but overall, it was something that I believe we all agree was necessary, a necessary step forward in a modern society. But we've now gone into third and fourth wave feminism, and there's definitely a lot of disagreement about the benefits of the third and fourth wave feminism. But regardless of which, it's happened, and it's going to continue to happen, which means eventually there'll be a fifth and sixth wave feminism. And the way that I see it is fifth wave feminism is the the tipping point in which women begin to overtake men. Now, when I say that I'm a fifth wave feminist, this doesn't mean that fifth wave feminism is my core values system. What it means is that given the current situation, the only way we can continue to evolve through equality is to go into fifth wave feminism, which again is where women become the dominant factor economically, socially, politically, etc. And basically, as a fifth wave feminist, I believe it is the duty of men to step back and let the women run the show. That's how I feel about it. And the reason for that is that not until women are in control or in power that they'll finally understand the responsibilities, the dangers, the negative consequences of being in that position. Because I think most men, even if they were in that seat of power for just a little bit, understand how challenging it is to be in that role. And I think what is happening with the equality of men and women is that a lot of women out there, a lot of self-proclaimed feminists, think that it's just all good stuff, and it's not. And I think the best way to communicate that is to let them run the show, let them be in charge, let them run the businesses, let them run the government, so on and so forth, so that they can see how difficult and challenging that is, and all the drawbacks of being in that position. Because it's not like a dictatorship. It's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of hardship being in that position, and I'm for one quite willing to give it up. Have at it, enjoy, and then I think all of us men need to step back into the roles that were traditionally assigned to women. I think we need to be the secretaries. I think we need to be the errand boys. We need to be the house husbands. We need to be the welfare kings. We need to sit back and give up that power, and then take the other position. And then I think only then will women and men both realize the negatives and positives of both positions. And then once that realization has come forward, then we can finally move into six-wave feminism, which would be true equality, which I think is where we need to go to eventually. But we won't be able to get there until we go through fifth wave feminism. So this purple wig's actually on backwards, but I'm not a wig master. But anyway. But we're going to talk about movies, do fun stuff like that. That's going to be and while it's going to be fun, it's meant to be a launching point for our discussions on feminism, and I will be taking it 100% seriously, despite my silly appearance. We'll be taking a very harsh, critical look at feminism on this channel, and the power structures and what messages filmmakers are trying to get across. And I hope that we'll be able to look at a bunch of movies that perhaps you haven't seen before, and that perhaps we'll be able to look at some of the things that you have seen before but see them in a new light. So thank you, welcome to the channel, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you very much.